Hello again, lockpicking Paul here. And what I've got tonight is a Lowe and Fletcher 8-lever double bitted safe lock. It has this amazing looking key. This is the pin version. They do a version that also has a pipe stand, but this one, if you can see here, is basically just a whopping great hole through the lock. Which does present some challenges with regards to tensioning this, because a traditional tensioner for this, you either use a 2-in-1, and I don't have a 2-in-1, or you use the more traditional bolt tensioner. I'm actually going to use the UK Lockpickers padlock tensioner, this one. But you've got a slight problem with this. If you put this in the hole here, basically it will wobble around, or it will tension the bolt if I but it just wobbles about. So what I've done is I've made an adapter for this. I got a piece of pipe, just turned it down on the lathe, and I made this so it slots over the end of this and is actually secured in place by the grub screw upstand. So it will just push through and it will sit on this housing. Now what I've done is exactly the right diameter to slot in here through the back hole, and it's much more sturdy. What I've also done is cut a channel, so as this is tensioned, the channel sits upright, and I've got something to help guide the picking wire, because I'm going to use a loose picking wire in the top of this. So it works surprisingly well. I'm really chuffed with that. Very, very simple adaptation to this tool. So I'll just show you that going together. Take the grub screw out, slot this on, like so. There's the hole. We just screw the grub screw back in on there. You know what, I'm trying to do that through the camera lens and it's pointless. I won't be able to see a darn thing. Let me just screw that back in. Ugh. Come on, get in there. There you go. So that goes in there like so. Like that. And it tensions it a treat. How awesome is that? Before we pick this, I've unscrewed the lid already because I wanted to show you the mechanism inside. This is a great mechanism. Now, I can operate this without the lid on if I made a little hook bar using these two holes in here. I'll put that over there. Actually, I'll show you that. Put the key in and then just put the bar in. We can show you it working. The tolerances in this lock between the levers and the bolt sides are fantastic. I'm going to zoom right in on that. So if I operate the key, just watch here and here. My fingers are getting in the way. Hang on. See if I can change that. Yeah, there you go. Right. There is not much between those bolt edges and the levers, and they've got to be perfectly lined up. But if you have a look at this, the levers move in two directions due to the double bitting. Oh, come on, focusing, don't do this to me. It's the key it's focusing on. Yeah, so the top levers, top 3 levers in this case, move to the left, and the bottom 5 levers move to the right. And then when it's fully home, everything returns to its regular position. It is key retaining, this lock. Why is it doing that? It's just going in and out. Stop it. Right. Blimey. That's better. We've got it all zoomed in now. What a fantastic mechanism. So yeah, our job is to get all the levers over to one side basically and then nudge them back until everything sort of gets between those two gaps there, so we can drive the bolt home. Not the easiest mechanism to manipulate in the world, I can tell you. It took a bit of practice and some head scratching to figure this out. But I have now picked it a few times, and I'm pretty comfortable with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort my focus out. I am going to get this all back together again, set up a device, and we shall go for a pick. And I'll do another gut at the end just to prove that everything is actually still in this lock. Every single lever on this thing has multiple anti-pick notches. So yeah, definitely not a pushover. Right, be right back. Right then, let's see if we can get this open. Okay. See, most people do these with a 2-in-1. I'm definitely making life hard for myself. Right. Oh. That's the end stop, so let's go in the other way. Right, I think that's the deep lever set. So now it's just a case of sort of nudging all of the other levers left and right. See if I can get one of the inside of those really tight bolt edges. Try and push everything over to the right, and then we'll sort of work our way back. Something that feels so loose, the actual tolerances around that bolt are something else. Hey, there you go. So that has been opened. The upstand isn't quite long enough to throw the bolt. So can I get a wire in there? I don't think it really matters, but if I pull that back, yeah, it's going to drive it back up. I don't want to do that. Oh well, I have picked it. It does count. Tell you what we'll do. If I had a load more time, I'd probably ferret around in there with like a 1.2mm wire and see if I could drive it flat, but no. What I should have done is put a longer grub screw in there, I think. Yeah, I should have put a longer grub screw in the old picking in the tensioner, but still, it's picked, it's open. If I push this, it will. There you go. It is open. Now we can pull it out. See, that wasn't long enough. Okay, let's gut it. Prove everything was in there. Because that is a lock I am exceedingly pleased to have managed to open. Right, where is my screwdriver? So yeah, let's zoom out for a second. Didn't really zoom out very much, did it? There you go. Oh, come on, out you come. Why is that not lifting up? Pull out this way. There you go. So, zoom in, put this down. We can have a look at this. So that's the bolt in. Look at that. Look at those tolerances. That is tremendous. Anti-pick notches absolutely everywhere in this. So lever 1. Just lay them out there. 2. It will be easier to zoom out, gives us a little bit more room. Number 3. Number 4. What I'll do is I'll zoom in. Every single lever in this thing has an anti-pick notch. And the bolts have corresponding anti-pick notches so that the actual notches on the levers interlock with the notches on the bolt, which means you've got to be ever so careful this whole thing doesn't lock together. If you put too much tension on it, that's exactly what happens. So yeah, that's the body of the lock. Grooves are all intact. These are our levers. Let's just move these down here so we can see them all. Yeah, something to feel good about that lock, I think. I'm just chuffed to bits to get that open on camera. So it's a bit of a target lock for me. I like the idea of picking safe locks. Everyone's short of money. Okay, that's it. That is a Lowe and Fletcher. Which one? Which model is it? It is... well, it's part number 3012. Here you go. Lowe and Fletcher 8 lever dual bitted safe lock. Absolutely chuffed to pieces. That's it for tonight. Enjoy your picking. Cheers.